All right, so you've been there, right? You spend all this time crafting the perfect AI image, the character is chef's kiss, perfect. And then you try to change one little thing, like the background, and suddenly it's a completely different person. So frustrating. Well, today we are breaking down the secret workflow that finally solves that exact problem. We're talking perfect character consistency every single time. Let's dive in.
I mean, it's a story as old as AI art itself. You've got this amazing image, but you're thinking, I just want to tweak one tiny thing. Maybe it's the shirt, maybe it's the lighting, the background, whatever. You type in your simple little change, hit generate, and pff, gone. A totally different person is staring back at you. So the big question is, how do you actually get real control over these edits? Okay, let's just look at some examples so you can see what I'm talking about. On the left, you've got this great shot of a dog in a sunny park. Now look to the right. It's the exact same dog, but now he's in this kind of fun, snowy, cartoon winter scene. And I mean, look closely. His fur, his expression, even the way the light hits him, it's all perfectly one-to-one consistent. Nothing's changed but the background.
Or hey, check this one out. So for this guy, we told the AI, give him curly hair, change the color a bit. But here's the crazy part. Look at what didn't change. His face is identical. Seriously, zoom in. The AI kept his facial structure, his skin tone. It preserved his entire identity. That's the real power we're unlocking here.
And this example, wow, this one's especially impressive. All we did was ask it to put a logo on a plain t-shirt. But just look at the detail. This is not some flat image just slapped on top. No way. The AI has intelligently added the right shadows, the right textures of the fabric. It looks like it was actually printed on there for real.
So the question is, how is any of this possible? Well, before we get into this solution, we have to really define the problem that this whole workflow is designed to solve. It's a common frustration, and I bet a lot of you watching have run into it.
It has a name, actually. It's called character drift. And yeah, it's that absolutely maddening moment when you ask for a simple little change and the AI just decides to give you a whole new character. This drift, it's what makes creating consistent storyboards or character sheets for a project, or even just consistent branded content, it makes it feel almost impossible.
But there is a solution, and it's not just a workaround. It's a real fix. It's a specific workflow that uses a few key pieces of tech to totally eliminate this problem. Let's break down how it actually works. Okay, so the magic really comes down to 3 key ingredients working together. First up, you have the editing model itself. It's called FluxCline. You can think of that as the main engine. Then you have the prompting AI, QIn Clip, and that's what's handling our text instructions. And finally, the real secret sauce here is a special little component called the reference latent node. So that reference latent node I just mentioned, that is the whole game changer. Think of it like a memory bank for the AI. It is constantly forcing the model to refer back to the original image, to its core essence. We're talking the colors, the lighting, the person's face. It's basically telling the AI over and over, hey, whatever you do, don't change this part. And it's that one simple function that completely stops character drift in its tracks.
Okay, so before you can jump in and use these incredibly powerful tools like FluxCline, there is one small setup step you got to know about. A lot of these advanced models are what they call gated. But don't worry, unlocking them is way simpler than it sounds.
And this whole gating thing, it's not meant to be a barrier. It's actually a pretty standard practice from platforms like Hugging Face. All it is them making sure that you agree to their responsible use terms before you download this really cutting-edge technology. And the best part, you only have to do it once.
It really is just a simple 3-step process. First, you pop over to the models page and you accept the license. Second, you generate a personal access token. It's basically just a unique password for you. And third, you use that token in a simple download command. That's literally it. You're in.
All right, so once you've done that tiny bit of setup, this is where the real fun begins. This workflow unlocks just an incredible amount of creative power, and it's all right there at your fingertips. I mean, just think about what this really means for your creative projects. You could take one character and instantly swap their background from a bustling city to a quiet forest. You could have them try on a whole wardrobe of different outfits, like a virtual fashion shoot. You can change their expression from happy to sad, add a new prop into their hand, or shift the lighting from bright daylight to moody nighttime. And through all of that, the character stays perfectly consistent.
And remember, this is so much more intelligent than just, cutting and pasting a layer. There's a great quote from one of the creators who was working with this, and he said, "It's not like Photoshop. It adds shadows to make it look real." And that's exactly it. The AI actually understands the context of the scene. It adds the right lighting, the right texture, to make any change you make look like it was always there.
So why do all these technical details actually matter? Well, because this isn't just some cool trick for artists to play with. This is the actual engine that's powering real-world, money-making business applications right now. Get this, right now, as we speak, there are websites out there charging people $9 a month for just one service, letting you try on different AI hairstyles. And the technology they're using to do that? It's the exact same underlying workflow that we just walked through.
So what's really important to get here is that this workflow, this is the core tech behind things like virtual clothing try-ons, realistic product mockups, even hyper-personalized marketing visuals. This means you can either use this knowledge to build those kinds of services yourself, or just use it to create unbelievably consistent and professional visuals for your own brand. You know, this kind of precise creative control used to be something that only big visual effects studios with massive budgets could even dream of. And now, it's right here, accessible from your own computer. So I guess the only real question left is, what are you going to build with it?